The rain tapped relentlessly against the tall glass windows of the penthouse, as if even the sky knew time was running out. Adrian Cole, a self-made millionaire with a reputation for control and precision, stood silently, staring over the city he had conquered. But tonight, for the first time in years, he felt powerless. A single file rested on the marble table behind him, cold, clinical, and cruel. 1 month, the doctor had said. 1 month before his condition would leave him incapable of ever having a child. 1 month to secure an heir, or lose the only thing he secretly longed for. Adrian had never believed in love. To him, life was a series of calculated moves, each decision leading to success. But now, success meant nothing if he had no one to leave it to. That's why the contract existed, cold, transactional, and brutally honest. He would pay any woman willing to bear his child. No emotions. No complications. Just a business deal. And yet, every woman who had come forward either feared him, judged him, or wanted more than just money. Except her. Maya was just a nurse, or at least, that's what everyone believed. She had been assigned to monitor Adrian's health after his diagnosis, moving quietly through his home like a shadow. She wasn't intimidated by his wealth, nor impressed by his power. In fact, she barely looked at him most days, focusing only on her work. That alone intrigued Adrian. In a world where everyone wanted something from him, she seemed to want nothing. Until the night everything changed. "I'll do it." Her voice was calm, steady, almost too composed for what she was offering. Adrian turned slowly, his sharp eyes narrowing as he tried to read her expression. "Do what?" he asked, though he already knew the answer. Maya met his gaze without hesitation. "I'll carry your child. 1 month is enough, if we start now." The silence that followed was heavy, filled with questions neither of them voiced. Adrian studied her carefully. "You understand what you're saying? This isn't charity. It's a contract. There are conditions." "I've read them," she replied. "And I accept." There was something unsettling about her confidence. Most women hesitated, negotiated, or tried to manipulate the situation. But Maya stood there, unshaken, as if she had already made peace with whatever came next. "Name your price," Adrian said, his tone colder now, slipping back into the familiar role of a businessman. But what she said next wasn't what he expected. "I don't want your money." For the first time in years, Adrian Cole was speechless. The storm outside grew louder, thunder echoing through the night as if emphasizing the moment. "Everyone wants money," he said finally, his voice quieter now, almost curious. "Not everyone," Maya replied softly. "Some people want something more." "And what exactly do you want?" he asked, stepping closer, his presence intimidating, yet she didn't step back. She hesitated, just for a second. "A chance," she whispered. Those 2 words lingered in the air, heavier than any price tag. Adrian frowned. A chance for what? But Maya didn't answer. Instead, she simply looked at him with a depth he couldn't quite understand, like she was hiding a truth that could change everything. Against his better judgment, Adrian agreed. Days turned into a strange routine. What started as a cold agreement slowly shifted into something neither of them had anticipated. They talked. Not about business or contracts, but about life. About regrets. About the choices that shaped them. Adrian found himself opening up in ways he never had before, while Maya listened with quiet understanding. And yet, something about her didn't add up. There were moments when she seemed distant, lost in her own thoughts. Moments when her eyes held a sadness that didn't belong to a simple nurse. Adrian noticed everything, he always did, and the more he watched her, the more he realized there was a story she wasn't telling. One evening, unable to ignore it any longer, he confronted her. "Who are you, really?" he asked, his voice firm but not unkind. Maya froze. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then she looked up at him, her eyes glistening with something dangerously close to tears. "The truth," she said slowly, "might make you hate me." Adrian let out a quiet breath. "Try me." And that's when everything changed. Because Maya wasn't just a nurse. She was connected to his past in a way he never imagined, a truth buried so deeply that uncovering it would shake the very foundation of everything he believed. The contract that was supposed to be simple was anything but. And as the days slipped away, Adrian realized something terrifying. He no longer cared about the deal. He cared about her. But by the time he understood that, it might already be too late. If this story kept you hooked and you want to uncover the shocking truth behind Maya's secret and Adrian's fate, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next chapter. The real twist is just beginning.